You know what? I was sitting here thinking and thinking about my son most of the day. You know, for being a good father and a good husband, I was robbed by someone I thought that loved me. I was robbed by someone that I poured my heart into. And I was sacrificed by those who were supposed to love me. Just in 4 or 5 years. I may have been going on longer than that, but I'm saying 4 or 5 years, I noticed the spiral effect. But my whole life, I've been saving people. My brother, one time, when it was murder, got to fighting with one of my family members at a real young age, way before we was considered to be gangsters. But we was gangsters. So what I'm trying to say is he wasn't gonna win the fight regardless of how good of a fighter he was. He put up a good fight, but he definitely got beat. And when he got beat, he cried, you know. This was one of the block's #1 fighters. This particular night, he didn't win. And there was this big old tree up there that our cousin owned. He ran up there to the tree, you know, started crying. And I walked up there and I put my arms around him. And I told him, I was like, everything gonna be alright, bro. Me and his mama both smoked dope together. So that's why we were considered brothers. We were about the same age. You can just say we met at a crack house. The things I witnessed and the things that I experienced in my life at the time was typical. It was life. But now that I'm who I am now, I know that a child was never supposed to experience such a thing. After that day, my brother grew weary and evil and became more of a badass. Why not, right? You know, he just got to fighting with a high ranking street individual, so win or lose, he got cool points. So they gave him this nickname, KO or whatever. My brother was awesome. My brother was the opposite of me, bro. He could throw a ball. He played baseball. He was a great baseball player. He could throw a baseball. And 9th, 10th grade, he could throw a baseball 90 miles per hour with each hand. He was the only friend I truly had. He was the only friend I had. You know, everybody else just there for what they can get out of you. And they'll admit it, you know. I mean, that's the way we live. We live like that. Like, if you're gonna use somebody, you need to at least tell them. Around here, they'll tell you. But but the way we came together, more importantly, the way we came together was the fact that we were one of the two people that had a home in the hood. And when you got a hood, you're surrounded by projects. So guess who got their ass beat the most till you learn how to fight? So we got back to back. And that's when we started growing. Me and my brother and many other young ones around here, we was born in a chaos lifestyle to embrace rape, molestation, drugs, killing. I tell people this in my songs, but I guess it ain't resonating like it really should. The air smell like weed. Air was weed does. Gunshots was very normal. If you didn't hear gunshots, you had bad dreams. You had nightmares. Um, Sometimes I think my brother got off lucky. I met this he was actually my Quran teacher. And how he became my teacher is because I was still mourning for my brother Dell too bad. I went from being a plug to being on drugs intentionally because I lost two of the best friends that I ever had in my life, which was my grandpa. I only had three: my grandma, my grandpa, and my brother. And I lost my grandpa and my brother during the same window of time. So, and then when my brother died, my ex-fiance at that time um, left me when I needed her most. And she wasn't wrong. I mean, she didn't really know the full story of how we all grew up. I'm not gonna go into it here because I don't feel like going through the emotional waves. We grew up in churches, but me and my brother was not feeling it. Just to say that. So when we loved God for some reason. We didn't ever study the Bible or nothing. But when we saw a hypocrite in that church, a male of course, when church was over, we'll knock their ass out. We'll handle them. We'll handle them. Which wasn't good. We stopped that quick. Um, I was actually a radical Christian when I first died. I beat you to make you like Jesus. That's how I know it's wrong to do that to people, to alter people's lives, to make them be what you want them to be. I mean, my brother, Jesus, he died so we could have freedom of choice. So you shouldn't alter nobody else's life, period. Um, I was never a child that was able to enjoy the drug life, the street life. I had to, if I was in the street and I was forced to live in the street and be up the street, I had to do what the street asked me to do. And that was to be a hustler, a gangster, and a thug, which are not no fake ass individuals that's gang stalking folk. My brother became so popular, he became, I forgot what they call these people, but they send these people to your door to get the money. And how do you? And it don't matter if they gotta take you out or beat you to death. He liked his job, he got too good at it. And other plugs started worrying about it. So we started getting more enemies than anything. I was mainly a great businessman. My brother was a fighter. I was just good at business, taking care of business and making sure the money met the drop, no matter what. I was a great driver. I was basically a race car driver, you know, with license to at a young age. Instead of doing it on the track, I was in the streets with. And I wasn't racing. I was running from cops. I was good at racing. I was good at getting away from cops. Just to make a long story short. Night or day didn't matter. I was great at it. I was somebody that people would spend a lot of money for just to have a driver. But one day I get to these stores, y'all. But back to what I was saying though, like the love that me and my brother had for each other. Cause like I said, he was the opposite of me. He can have any woman he want, as many as he wanted, and he was such a lady, man, that if the woman didn't meet his criteria, he would make them put a bag over their head before he sleep with them. Which I didn't like. I talked to him about it, but they would do it. They would do it. They wanted him so bad, they would do it. Um, he was just like me about married women. He didn't play it. One time a woman was she had a ring on her finger when she came and got him, and something real tragic happened to that woman because of that. Because he'd been dealing with this woman for a minute, and she accidentally wore her ring one day when she picked him up, and it didn't end well. Like I said, he just got out of hand. I would listen to the terrorist. She was talking about how people hit people with cars and keep going. I don't know if he was part of stuff like that. I mean, he used to do that too. My brother just didn't care. He was the kind of person, bro. Like all this that's going on with me, rich or poor. Yeah, we were both in the game and I was the plug. But if I was doing a business negotiation and he even sensed anything, slick, woman or man, you would disappear. Just like that. And all the way to the day he died, bro, he was 100 with me. So much so that I thought it was gonna always come. I never thought that you would never in your life get something like that again. If I did, I would have treated that relationship a whole lot better. You never know what you got until it's gone. You never know what you got until it's gone. I honestly feel like he was murdered. The same, he was affiliated with the same people that got me trapped in this shit is the same people that was also involved in his murder. And I'm just not, and his murder was years way before this even occurred. My ex-wife, I heard that she was amazing just now. I don't know what you is, shawty. But I know now that you know you wish you never did this. Because that's why you sitting over there trying your best to burn my life to ashes to get me to come back to you on bended knees. I'm telling these stories because I want you to know where I come from. Why you sitting there praying for some false hope. Okay. When I tell people I use the Coca-Cola machine for a blanket, I want you to take that shit to the bank. That means I chose not to beg. That means I chose not to get on my knees. That means I chose not to bend over. That's what that means. You sold me out, Shawty. I had a studio, a job, a business, bought you a car, and you sold me out for some wannabe gangsters, 10-speed riders that talk about what they'll do to people. Probably do it. Probably done it. Probably showed you they'll do it. But yet you fail to realize they were still cowards. So you still sold out a man for a boy. And I just want to tell you that because you're the only one I ain't talked about. I would never come back crawling to you. Everything around me can dissolve and turn to ashes. I wouldn't have a piece of fabric to put on my body and no food to eat. Lips white as snow, practically damn near dead, and I still wouldn't give you a phone call. So quit playing yourself. And you don't want me to tell you how I feel about you. You're a coward, just like you was when you was with me, and now you even a worse a coward. You turn the world upside down, and you still a coward. That's what cowards do. But I don't know how far this is going. I don't know why I even said this. But something was telling me I need to say something to you or about you or for you or whatever. Whatever kind of award you think you need to get. You know what kind of award you need, and that's what everybody want to give you. And they can't give it to you because you're too busy hiding like a kid. And you need to do that, and you need to stay that way. The last words I told you was what? You gonna get a rocket ship beside your mama and stay in the house and never come out and let people see you again. And so far, that's exactly what you're doing. So you quit sending people to my door. You quit paying off people to deal with me. Cause just like they can't deal with me, just like you couldn't deal with me, they can't deal with me. You go clean out your account and you give it to who you think can put me down, and I beg you. Clown. Now let's tell the world why you really put me down, because I wasn't light enough. This girl gonna wait, we've been married 10 years, she gonna wait after 5 of the 10 years and say she really wanted a white man. Where they do that at? So while all my people over there supporting and helping her, you just remember what I just said. See, I live in a family, even if it's a lot of darks in my family, but it's not. These kind of slave mentality black people, still, they just as they more racist than any other nationality. They hate dark skin. The darker, the broker you need to stay. And they program other dark people to be that way. So y'all just understand what I'm telling y'all when you even thinking about taking care of, taking up for somebody that swing that way. Okay? But anyway, that's all I need to say today. Cause I'm fed up. I've been fed up. I'm so over it. I am so over it. It ain't a dollar you could give me. You could give me the best dollar in the world with the best woman in the world with the best house in the world, and I'm still like this. by me, y'all. I'm already owned by somebody. I already work for somebody. I already live for somebody, regardless of what you think. You non-moderation having ass niggas. Let's see if it gets you over there. We'll see. Peace and love out there, y'all.